doing, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Honor, and for this week's video I will be showing you some ballet. Hey guys, I'm just here to tell you a little quick thing before this video gets started. So if you don't know much ballet, I would highly recommend going along with this video to learn some new things. And if there's any point in the video that you need to pause to rewatch something or to get a better understanding, just pause it, or you can ask me in the comments below if something doesn't make sense, and do let me know if you would like a part 2. I hope you enjoyed this video. You might not be able to see my face very well, but you shouldn't need to see my face. But this was a blank corner that I decided would be good to show you some bar, which I don't actually have a bar, but all throughout COVID when I was doing dance at home, I used a chair. So that's what we're going to be using today. I'm just going to be showing you a few combinations just to, like, if you wanted to do some ballet or anything at some point, this is a good start. So obviously I'm not going to be able to show you everything bar, but I will be showing you a couple key parts that you normally do every class. So we're just going to go get started with this. Here's my chair. I'm going to kind of go ahead and angle with, and let's go ahead and get our ballet shoes on. So obviously in class when I'm doing this, I have tights on and a leotard, but today we don't have those on. So these are my shoes. I have the canvas Capezio ones. I just think they work best with my feet, but it's really up to you, and they're all dirty from the dance floor. But I have already stretched, so before you start, you might want to go ahead and do a few stretches if you want some recommendations. I did do a 12-minute stretch video that has changed a little bit for me, but it's mostly the same. So the first thing I'm going to kind of show you are the 5 main positions of dance. So this is parallel. It's mostly just parallel, you get the idea. Just feet straight together, and you rarely use this other than when you're doing relevés and stuff like that. So this is first, and for this I'll show you arms in a minute, but there's also something called en bas, where you're normally also in this position, your hands are just down creating a circle like this, but this is normally how you start. And then you have second, which is where whatever direction your bar is and what hand you're going on, you're going to take your opposite foot and you're going to point and drop and just stretch out a little. So this is second. And then third, we don't normally use, it's just for little kids who can't do fifth, but third is, so if you go back to first, you're going to point your foot and go to the center like this. I can't really describe it, but you have a first for your left foot. You just take your right foot and put your ankle to the center of your foot like this. Turnout is different for everyone. Some people are naturally very good, have very good turnout. I am not one of those people, and so even though I've been doing ballet for quite a few years, my turnout is still not perfect, which would be this, but do not force yourself to do that because then you're going to have like some major body problems. And then fourth, so if you start in first, you're going to point forward and line up so that your heel is in line with your toe of your left foot, except there is a gap like this. So you want those lined up. And then fifth, you're just going from fourth and you are closing that gap, which looks like this. If you had perfect turnout, this gap would also be closed right there. But you do not need to have perfect turnout to do ballet. So arms, like I already told you before, this is first, which you're just bringing it up. So just bring it up. Make sure you're rounded. Make sure your elbows are not straight. You want to round them off, and you always want to tuck your thumbs. And then this is second, which is just you have a slight bend and your elbows down, so you want, like if you're thinking water, to run right off, but you want to keep strong where you're keeping your first, but you're just raising your right arm, except for maybe like that. And then fifth, you're just taking it and you were taking your first and putting both arms up. So those are the positions. We're mostly just gonna stay in second just to like build arm strength and stuff. So whenever you're against the bar, you wanna do second and then drop your hand, and that's how close or far you need to be. And you just wanna find something that's like the best height for you. This is how you start. You go breathe, back down, then you go first. This is not legs, but this is just arms. So you go breathe, back, first, and then second. So that's what I'm just going to be doing. So you go like this, and this is how you start. And just so you know, my arms will be staying in second. We're going to start with pliés. So we're going to go Demi plié, like this, and then back to first and second. And we're going to do it again, and back to second. And then we're going to do Grande, which in demi-pliés you do not lift your feet off the ground, but in Grande you do. So you're going to go demi as far as you can, then lift your toes and go down without resting, and then back up, immediately put your heels back down, and then straighten. And you want to be squeezing your glutes as best you can. So if this is you on your side not squeezing, this is you squeezing and tucking everything. You want to stack you so you don't fall. And first what you would do is you would go down and then back. And then you go the same thing in second. So we're just going to go through this without stopping. Make sure you're tucking, demi, don't take your heels off the ground. And then for this Grande, you can spread out a little bit more, but you do not take your heels off for second Grande. 2, 3, 4. A Grande should be 4 counts. But for second, you're just going to take your right arm and you're going to lean like this. Make sure you're squeezing, and then lean the other way. It's just an easy stretch. And then we're going to do the same things in fourth, and we just skip third to just like take less time, and it's just like you don't really need it. For fourth, what you would do is you would lean this way, and then you would go down and back up, and then you would lean again and go back. Oh my gosh, I just hit the wall. It just looks like this, and you want to make sure you're looking at your hand. You can see your hand at all times because you don't want to arch your back like this. We're going to go from fourth to fifth, demi, straighten, demi, straighten, Grande, 1, 2, 3, 4. And for this one, you go down, and then you turn towards the bar, and you go back. Oh my gosh, I'm swallowing my necklace. And then around, and then you reverse to go down. And that is your pliés and stretches. Now we are going to go to tendus, which is probably going to be best for you guys to see from the side. So I'm just going to keep my arm in second this entire time after doing my starting. So for this, starting in first, and you're just going to go like this. You never take your toe off the ground. You're just pointing and pulling back toes first. Okay? And then you're gonna go second. Well, you're just going in that direction, but you know, you get it. So, woo. And then we're gonna go back. which is hard. Just don't bend. Just, and this one, you bring your heel first. See how I'm doing that? And then normally you would go second again, and turn around. Do it for the opposite side. I would highly suggest doing your pliés on the other side as well. So we go front, front, side, side, back, back, side, side. Now we're just going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it in dégagé. And dégagé means just to disengage the floor. So you know how we're keeping our toes down? This time we're going to take them slightly off the ground. Like this, and then side. Keep your arm in second, and then back. But you want to stay tense. Everything in ballet, you should squeeze your glutes, tuck your stomach, stack your whole body, and then normally side again. And then we're going to try to détourner, which is, we're just going to go here, go in susu, which is to basically rise right here. And then, so if you were in fifth and you rose, you want your, and like it looks like fourth, but you're going to move them together so you can turn around. And then you can step out, go back in, and do this side. Then second, and go 1, 2. Now to the side, 1, 2. Now to the back, 1, 2. And to the side again, 1, 2. And détourner, fifth, releve, move together, and turn. Step out and get down to your fifth and go back to where you started in hop. I think we're just going to do a couple more things. So I want to show you some more releve and eleve. So releve is to rise, and eleve is to plié and rise. So to show you from the front with my bar, releve, just rise up. Eleve, plié and rise. Do you see the difference? We're just going to be stretching our calf muscles a little bit. So we're going to go in parallel, and we are going to go, first we're going to do releve. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and normally you do about 35 of those. Now we are going to do eleves. So plié, arch, and rise. Plié, arch, and rise. And fast, that would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're just going to do them first, and we're going to do some eleves. So plié, rise, down, plié, rise, down, plié, rise, down. Those are your releves and eleves. We're going to do our rondagements. We're going to start in first, and your arm in second. And you're going to go down to the front and around to the back. So what that would look like from the side is tendre to the front and around to the back. And you want to keep your hip tucked under the whole time. You want to squeeze your glutes, keep everything locked, and tender to the front and around without moving your hip up. So moving your hip up would be like that, and you want to do that. You want to stay under the whole time, like this. Those are roundons, and then backwards, just the opposite. And you want to keep your other foot in first, not like that. Now let's do them to the other side. So we have front, and you want to make sure you drop your heel all the way so you're backing first before you go again. Make sure you're keeping tucked, and then backwards. It's like that. There is obviously so much in ballet and bar that I have not shown you in the video, but these are just some basic things to practice if you have never done ballet before. How I end mine are with changements. We're just going to keep our arms here, and we're going to give a little jump, 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 and you want to land. Make sure you're dropping your whole heel. If you're jumping, you want to like slightly plie so you can get back up again. There's also things, doing it in second, so that would be keeping your arms down in second and just jumping. So jump, 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 jump. Put your heels down the whole time and plie before you get back up. So you're in second, and you go plie to fifth, right in front, and out, and to second, and then plie, fifth, left front, and back out. And then you just do that. So you go like this, and then there's also this, where you go and fifth the whole time. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see a part 2, because there are so many other things that you would normally do, because ballet classes are normally an hour and a half. So we didn't get to like passes, frappes, grande, but I hope this kind of give you a brief introduction to ballet. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned some new things from it. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you give it a big like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss when I post a video on this channel. And I will see you guys next week. Bye!